Hello guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm gonna do a review of Fm Perfume Frederico Mahora 452 fragrance. And this is a similar fragrance to the Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. So let's start with the presentation. So this is a really simplistic, really minimalistic type of design of this bottle. Black label, white text, and actually nothing else, just black and white text and a black cap, black atomizer. Really like this presentation, looks clean, looks fresh, doesn't look tacky at all. Feels pretty sturdy throughout the whole bottle and the design, so nothing to complain about on the presentation. If we move into the scent of this fragrance, is it similar to the original Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme, or does it smell totally different? Well, to me this is a really similar type of fragrance. Maybe a little bit more powdery than the original Chanel fragrance, but overall it's super similar. Me personally, I don't like the Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme, so I don't really like this scent either. But it's not because of the scent is bad, it's just because of my personal taste. But if you like the original Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme fragrance, you will like this Frederico Mahora 452 as well. If we move into the performance and longevity category of this fragrance, we have to ask us, is this a good performing fragrance? Can you smell it? How's the sillage? How is the longevity and the performance overall? Well, I sprayed my arm just when I woke up this morning to try to see how good this performs throughout my whole day. So I took a couple of sprays on my left arm and just to see how long it sits on my skin before it evaporates and I can't smell it anymore. So I have to say this is not the best performing fragrance. I think it's as strongest in the first 1 to 2 hours maybe, and then it sits really close to your skin. I actually had the YSL La Nuit de l'Homme on my right hand and this Frederico Mahora 452 on my left hand, just to compare the performance and the longevity of the both fragrances. And I have to say the La Nuit de l'Homme performed much better than this, unfortunately. But I guess you can't expect so much from a clone fragrance or this fragrance that replicate other fragrances, but to a much lower price. So I think I got about 2-3 hours of performance on this fragrance on my skin. It sits really close to your skin. Sillage is okay in the first 2 to 3 hours, then it sits really close to your skin and you can barely smell it just if you get really close with your nose. So the sillage is not good overall in this fragrance. People can't smell you. It's not a fragrance that you can walk around with and people will smell it and give you compliments. That's not this. This is more close to the skin type of fragrance. You have to come really close to smell this fragrance. So not beast mode performance at all. I would give it a 3 or 4 in the performance category. Alright guys, so if I'm gonna do a conclusion of this fragrance, Frederico Mahora 452. I would say like this, because this is so inexpensive, you can buy a bottle of this for around $15 to $17, I think, for a 50 milliliter bottle. So it's really inexpensive, super inexpensive. And I think that if you have a perfume in mind, a fragrance in mind, but you think it's a little bit too expensive for you, you can try these fragrances 100%. I think it's worthy to pick up at least once to try these fragrances, because it costs like the same pricing like a Nautica Blue or Nautica Voyage, really inexpensive fragrance as well. And it performs in the same type of category as Nautica, maybe not so good, just okay performing. So would I recommend you to pick up this fragrance? Yes, I would actually recommend it, because it's okay, but it's not super duper. But if you don't want to spend the money on the real fragrance, this might be a good alternative for you. And the good thing with these type of fragrances and this brand, in my opinion, is that you have a list with all fragrances that are listed that they replicate, and fragrances that these are similar to in the big brands. They have everyone from Chanel to Tom Ford to Creed Aventus, you know, every fragrance you can think of in the popular both niche brands and the designer brands. But they have more designer brands than niche brands. So that's my conclusion of this. Not the best performing fragrance, not the worst performing fragrance. The smell itself is really good and really similar to the original Chanel perfume, in my opinion. I just tried this one, so I can't talk for every other fragrance they have released. But check out on their list if you want to buy a fragrance like this, and talk to Roxana, the girl I talked with, because she is super friendly and she's gonna send out perfumes to you in an instant. Really quick delivery time, really fast shipping. Frederico Mahora 452, is this a Chanel killer? No, it's not a Chanel killer. The original is still better performing, better, longer lasting than this. But what can you expect for $15 to $70 for a fragrance of this caliber? Worth picking up, but I wouldn't expect miracles from this fragrances overall. But smell-wise, smells awesome, smells great if you like this fragrance DNA. Okay guys, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. See you the next time. Bye bye.